Hello, I'm Dana Cowley, and welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. My guest today is Representative Bruce Chandler. Bruce, thank you so much for joining us here in Yakima. It's such a beautiful day.
It's great to be home, and it's great not to be in Olympia.
You've been toiling away there a little longer than you expected going into it.
Actually, I thought it would take a long time. It was an unusual session. It started out unusual in the sense that we had a very large number of new members in both the House and the Senate, and they had to kind of get oriented. We had a new governor, a governor that hadn't really been in Olympia for over 20 years, and he had to get acquainted. He had, you know, a new governor has about 300 appointments to make to get his staff situated and set up. So those things, I think, pretty much assured that there was going to be a little longer to get into the heart of the session than usual.
What do you feel was your greatest accomplishment? Now you've had about a month to look back and assess.
Well, I think that there were two things that were the best of the session for Central Washington, and one was that we did end up passing a budget that reprioritized education, which had kind of declined over the last few years, and that lived within its means. We didn't impose any general tax increases on working families in the state. A lot of people didn't believe that we could do that, and we accomplished that. And I think that is what people will find the most relief about. The other thing is we passed the YAKIMA Integrated Water Management Plan, which has been you know, for several years.
Long time coming.
It has been, and it's the third time we've tried to have a master management plan for the basin. So hopefully this one's the charm. But it was that one was difficult and it was a challenge, but we got it done.
For the average folks that you represent, what does that mean for a person who waters their yard, eats produce, drinks water?
Well, for the people in the Yakima Basin, it means that we will be prepared for 2 consecutive years of drought over the next 50 to maybe 100 years. That's really the goal. We know that right now in that situation we're about 800,000 acre-feet short of meeting everybody's needs, and this will provide about 530,000 acre-feet, or about 2/3 of that volume. So it's a giant step forward. It's, I think, the most important thing in Central Washington in a long time.
And also you personally have a great deal of concern about improving public safety.
Yes, I mean, public safety is always a big issue in our communities. In small communities, when a crime happens, it happens to everybody.
Exactly.
And we all live in the same neighborhood. We all live together. So I think that we did some good things, but there's a lot to be done with public safety, and I believe that local governments actually have been making a lot of progress over the last several years.
Yakima is seeing a decline in crime.
Yeah, and that's true pretty much throughout the valley, although some of them tend to be rather spectacular, extreme crimes, and that kind of creates a certain anxiety. But I think overall, communities throughout the Yakima Valley are safer than they've ever been.
And one more quick question before we go. What's the thing you'd like to provide for the people in your next year moving forward?
Next year, well, we move forward with water management and with responsible government.
All right, thank you. Representative Bruce Chandler, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
And we appreciate you watching. This is Charter Local Edition Northwest, and I'm Dana Cowley.